welcome Year 6. We are some of your heads of department, some of the subjects that you'll be studying next year in Year 7. I'm Mrs Henden and I'm the Deputy Head here at Bluecoat, and I am responsible for the curriculum. Now what that means is they are the subjects that you will study and your timetable and what that will look like next year. It's very, very different coming into secondary in terms of your timetable compared to what it was in Year 6. There'll be 265 of you joining us in September, which is really exciting. And we have a 2-week timetable here at Bluecoat. So every 2 weeks, you will do the same set of lessons each day. We have 5 one-hour lessons each day. So in total, you get 50 different lessons over a fortnight of lots and lots of different and exciting subjects. We split you into 2 bands. So for your curriculum, you will be either in the X band or the Y band, and one of those studies French and the other one studies German. You will also, within those groups, be in 3 different classes. So you will be in one class for your maths and your sciences. You will be then in another class for your core subjects, and they are subjects like English and RE, history, geography, your languages, your PSHE, which is lots and lots of different things that you will cover over the 5 years with us, and then also for PE. We then have practical subjects, and that's a different block, and they are smaller classes. We only have 24 children in those, so that you can really experience the practical subject well. And they are things like art, computer science, technology, hard and soft technology, and Mrs Webster will talk to you about that shortly. And we do drama and music and sport, PE. So lots of exciting things to come in Year 7 for you. So I'm going to go to Mrs Webster first. Mrs Webster, can you explain what technology is for a Year 7 and what sorts of things they might do?
Okay, so in technology we have 4 different subject areas that we focus on. So we have food, textiles, product design and engineering. And during your Year 7, you'll get to experience all of those different things doing a variety of projects. So in product design, you make something called a brass photo frame, and you get to work with metals, and you get to do lots of hand tools you'd have never used before and learn lots of really good new processes, and it's a lot of fun. Then to my subject, which I'm responsible for food and textiles, you get to make a pencil case. Like the one just here, and this is called our Humbug pencil case. And when you come in, we teach you about how to use the sewing machines, and you become independent on those. You learn how to thread them, operate them, and you make that pencil case completely by yourself. You put the zip in, and all of those different processes. And you have 4 lessons of technology over the 2 weeks. 2 lessons will be in product design and engineering, and then you have 2 lessons that become food and textiles, and again they're split over the year, so you get to experience everything. And I know my colleague Mr Donaldson in a bit will give you a little bit more about food and how exciting that is. We have lots of fun. We want you to be creative. We want you to be engineers. We want you to problem solve. All of these different new things that will hopefully be a completely new experience to you, and hopefully really exciting.
Thank you, Mrs Webster. So I think that's it. We'll go to Mr Donaldson then. Talk to us about food, because in Year 7 our children get to cook, don't they, Mr Donaldson?
Yes, and welcome to our Year 6 pupils. My name is Mr Donaldson, and I am the food teacher here, where you will be learning how to cook. So in Year 7s, we teach you the basics parts of cooking. We show you how to use a knife properly. We also show you how to use a cooker, using the stove, as well as using the oven and the grill. We will start off by making sure that you know how to work safely as well, which is really, really important. I know that some of you might have done a little bit of cooking at home with parents, or maybe in groups at school. The big difference here is that you work solely on your own now. I don't do any washing up. I will help you and guide you along, but I do not do it for you. But the benefit of it is that you will have a product to take home of your own. So we will be making things like doing a fresh fruit salad, apple crumble. We'll be doing Swiss rolls. We'll be doing sausage rolls. We'll also be doing pasta salads. Lots of interesting things that you will be learning how to make in year 7 as we then go on. And I hope that you will enjoy spending some time with me.
Thank you, Mr. Donaldson. So I'm
Thank
going to
you.
come to Mrs. Coventry next. Mrs. Coventry, you're our head of maths. So what does maths look like in year 7? Because obviously our children have been doing maths all the way through right now to year 6. But what makes it different in year 7?
Oh, well, maths is the most exciting subject, and obviously maths is something that you need for all of the other subjects that are represented here. So you need maths when you're doing cooking, you need maths when you're doing PE, you need maths when you're doing music. It's just one of those subjects that feeds into everything else. A lot of the maths that you will be doing, you will have seen before. So if I said the word fractions, then probably a lot of you know what a fraction is, and some of you might know how to add those fractions. But you will be learning how to develop those skills a bit more, but also apply them to some real life problems and use them in a whole variety of situations. So that's just one example, but we do number, algebra, shape, data handling and probability. So lots of really fun things to be doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Coventry. I have to say I'm a mathematician myself. So some of you might come across me in the maths department, and I would echo it's a very exciting subject. Go to English. Miss Sidwell, do you want to introduce yourself? And what will they be doing in English? Again, they've been studying that for some time. What will they be looking at in year 7?
Thanks, Mrs Henden. So I'm Miss Sidwell and I'm the head of English. And English in year 7 at Bluecoat looks like brilliant fun. So English is all about stories and communication, how people communicate with each other, how other writers have done that in the past. And obviously, at primary up to now, you will have looked at poetry and some plays, and you will have looked at a different wide variety of different writing types and skills. So in year 7, we read some brilliant text. So we do some Shakespeare, lots of different types of Shakespeare plays. We get to do our own drama. You get to do lots of speaking and listening. We also do a lot of creative writing, so we look at some Greek myths and legends, and you'll get to have a go at creating your own, building on everything that you'll have learnt at primary up to this point. We also look at non-fiction, so we look at how to write really good autobiographies and how to write travel reviews. So lots of reading and writing, lots of developing those skills that you've already got, but doing them in more detail. Be a little bit harder and challenging, but also brilliant fun at the same time.
Wonderful, thank you. So, Miss Yasmin, to our other core subject of science, that I think is probably quite different for our year 6s coming into year 7 doing science. So what actually does science mean when you get to year 7?
Hi Year 6, my name's Miss Yasmin, I'm Head of Science here, and I lead I would say, the best subject in the whole world, and we are absolutely looking forward to meeting you guys when you come in September. And the reason why I think science is the best subject in the world is because not only do you do biology, chemistry and physics, you will spend your first term really working in the lab and doing lots of practical work. I would say that's probably very different to what you guys are used to. So I would say lots of work in naming equipment, using equipment. We will definitely be talking about safety in the laboratory because, as you guys know, a lab is very, very different to a classroom. You'll be working towards your Bunsen burner licence at the end of the first half term, and I'm sure all of you guys, with the amazing science teachers we have here at Bluecoat, will pass that and get your licence and be ready, raring to go for the second half term. So folks, you will get 6 science lessons a fortnight. You will have 2 teachers for science. So you may have, let's say, for example, Miss Milbourne for 3 of those lessons, and you might get Mr. Lees for 3 of those lessons, you know, and they will take you through everything you need to know. So I would say the way it's different is a very different room, very large. Rather than chairs, you'll have stools. There'll be gas taps, water taps, electricity, lots of demonstrations by your teachers, and lots of practical work. So really looking forward to meeting you. It will be fun. We've got some excellent scientists here at Bluecoat, and I'm sure you will join those.
Excellent, thank you, Miss. And how many science teachers do we have roughly here at Bluecoat?
Well, in September we will have 18 science teachers and we have 4 science technicians. And I must say, actually, I definitely need to mention our science technicians. They are the superstars of the science department, and without our science technicians, who get all our practical work out ready for us, they help us clear out at the end of the day. You know, without them, we would not be doing as many practicals as we can, and you'll be seeing them. They will come in and help you with your science lessons as well.
Thank you. So as you can see, Year 6, even the science department is probably as big in terms of staff as some of your schools you're currently in. So that just shows how exciting it's going to be here at Bluecoat. So Miss Hathaway. Miss Hathaway is our head of RE. So how many lessons of RE do we have a fortnight, and what might they be expecting to see in those lessons?
Hi everyone, so I am Mrs Hathaway, I'm the head of RE. So when you come to Bluecoat School, you will have 3 hours a fortnight of RE, and RE is an incredibly important subject to Bluecoat. As you know, it's a Church of England school, and so religious education is seen as a really, really big, important subject, and we want to make sure that you engage with all of the world religions so that you are so able to be able to explore all those religions, and you can see each other in the differences and the diversity and engage in some really important conversations. So Year 7, we look at philosophy to start off with. We'll explore really big questions like who is God? We'll look at things like animal testing, and we'll look at how the world was created. We'll then move into more Abrahamic faiths. We'll look at the Abrahamic faiths of Christianity, Islam and Judaism, and then we finish the year looking at the environment, how religions respond to the environmental crisis, looking specifically at the idea of climate justice.
Thank you very much. Mr. Johal is our head of PE, and it's probably worth pointing out that when you do PE, you do them as boys and as girls. So at secondary school, we have boys PE, which do some sports together, and we have a girls PE. So Mr. Johal, can you just explain to both the boys and the girls the types of sports that they will be covering whilst they're with us in Year 7?
Thank you, Mrs. Henden. Hello, Year 7. I'm Mr. Johal, the head of PE. The curriculum is split into a winter and summer programme. In the winter programme, students will follow some traditional winter sports such as netball, football, badminton, rugby, and some gymnastics. And then once after the Easter holidays, we will revert to a summer curriculum, which will consist of athletics, cricket, rounders and tennis. Across all PE lessons, you will be required to bring in your PE kit, and one job you've got over the summer holidays will be definitely to be labelling your PE kit, every single item, because it's pretty much the same with everyone in Year 7. So that is a big task over the summer. You ensure that you label your PE kits. Lessons wise, you will have 3 a fortnight, 3 lessons every 2 weeks. And again, in every lesson, we'll be working in Year 7 on some core skills across every sport that you do. But on top of that, we will be encompassing the Christ values of the school in every lesson. So remember those. Christ represents care, hard work, respect, integrity, servanthood and togetherness. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in September demonstrating them in sport.
Miss Swana, in head of French, we take languages very, very seriously at secondary school, and we really think it's important that all of our children leave with a foreign language under their belt. So, do you want to tell us about French and German here at Bluecoat?
So, bonjour to the white side and guten Tag to the X side. So as Ms. Henden have presented to you, you will be put into 2 groups, but we will be working all together, and languages will be in a core. I know it's not considered as a core subject, but it will be in a core of our school value. So language, for us, language, the word core, which is C-O-R-E, stands for the C for communication. That is what language is for. We're going to see how we communicate well. The O will be openness. That is what, as a language teacher, we're going to start working with you to open yourself to others. And the R will say building relationship. We build relationship between ourselves, between the student and the teacher, and between students with each other. So we will really encourage you to start communicating in a different language in our classroom together. And the E will stand for effective learner. So language we emphasize, and we love making mistakes, because mistake makes things fun. We love having fun in languages, and you will participate, all of you, to building those core values that we have within our school.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss. So, Mrs. Flanagan, you're back with us. So can you explain a bit about art in Year 7 and how you're going to be taking part in the City of Culture 2021?
Of course. So in the art department, we have 6 full-time teachers, and the art rooms are dedicated rooms, completely decked out to be practical rooms. You will have 3 lessons over a fortnight, and in Year 7, we concentrate on the theme of identity. Now, every lesson you will work practically, and you will learn all the skills related to lots and lots of disciplines within art. So not only do we concentrate on drawing and painting, we will be doing batik, that's drawing with wax, we'll be drawing with string, we will be making sculptures, and we're going to be heavily involved in the City of Culture, which is 2021. So we've changed our curriculum for you for the first time next year. So the whole of the first term will be concentrated on Roman art. And what we're doing is we're hooking up with the University of Warwick, who've supplied us with lots and lots of resources. And we're going to be doing lots of lessons on Roman art in our lessons. And then we're going to do a special project where we're going to be making a big collective couple of pieces, which are going to be displayed in the City of Culture as part of the Warwick University project, which is to get classics into classrooms in comprehensive schools. This is really, really exciting. And myself and Miss Hathaway went to a meeting last week where we found out that lots and lots of Blue Coat children will be involved in a huge parade, which is going to be part of the City of Culture. And the art department will be working with you, making huge piece, which you will carry if you want to be involved in the parade. So there's lots and lots of exciting things happening, but it's new for your year because of the City of Culture bid. So we're really looking forward to seeing you. We love art at Blue Coat. It's really, really popular. It's really important. For a lot of you, it's going to be one of your favourite subjects, and you'll enjoy working with all the different materials that you've not probably used before. So I can't wait to see you all. And if you want to get prepared, why don't you have a look at what Roman art looks like, so that when you come in Year 7, you'll already have a little bit of knowledge. Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Flanagan. And I think that just gives you a bit of a flavour of some of the exciting things that go on outside of the classroom as well. So that's what brings me now to Mrs. Tarry in music. Mrs. Tarry, can you explain a bit about some of the events that take place and the concerts and some of the really exciting things that the children can get involved in music?
Hi, yeah, thank you, Miss Henden. So music at Blue Coat is really, really exciting. It's a very, very busy department, and we're really lucky to have lots of wonderful staff. So there's 5 music teachers, and then we also have lots of visiting instrumental teachers who you can have lessons with if you choose to on vocals, drums, guitars, trumpets, any stringed instruments, woodwinds. We've got a whole array of different opportunities for you to get involved with throughout the year, all the way through the school. The 5 years you'll be with us, there's lots of concerts and events that the music department are heavily involved with. So in year 7 we put on a musical where we learn lots of songs in lessons, and we perform that with a rock band. It's a really exciting opportunity for the whole year group to be involved with. We've also got year worship bands who perform, rehearse regularly in tutor times so that you can get together and worship and lead, help to lead communions throughout the school year. We also have Christmas concerts, spring concerts. We have a big rock concert at the end of the year, where there's lots of opportunities for solo performance, group performance, and also showcasing all the work that you do in your music lessons as well. So music at Blue Coat is very exciting. You get to learn lots of different instruments, develop your keyboard skills, your singing skills, learn different percussion instruments, and also learn how to read musical notation and develop your composing skills on computers. So it's a very exciting opportunity when you come to see us.
Thank you, Mrs. Tarry. So year 6, you've met some of our heads of department. There's quite a lot more as well for you to meet when you join us in year 7. For example, our history team, they do a trip to London, to Whitechapel, and across to France. We have a lot of geography field trips. We do some languages trips. One of the things I'm responsible for is the trips, and we've always got young people out doing things, both in the classroom, out just in the local area, as well as getting on coaches and going and doing things that are really exciting around the country and abroad. So hopefully there'll be all sorts of things that you can get involved in as well when you're here in year 7. So from me today, it's goodbye, and from our heads of department, can we all give year 6 a wave and say goodbye? Bye year 6! Bye.